Hey everybody, welcome back. Submarine history and part 2 of our exploration of submarines in the world of warships. Today we're playing the Cachalot, that is the Tier 6 US submarine. Starting out here, I am on the east side of our fleet. Oops, and I better get going. But since we're here on the east side, we're just going to work that northeast area of the map, because we really don't have the speed to flip over to the west side. So we'll see what kind of trouble we can get into today. And while we're waiting to make contact, so the Cachalot, this was a V-class boat. This was built, it was laid down in October 21st, 1931. And it was commissioned December 1st, 1933. Its displacement is 1,110 tons surfaced with a 271-foot overall length. So it's actually pretty close to dimension-wise and displacement-wise. It's pretty close to the German Type 9 U-boats. The V-class were kind of interesting submarines. There were a total of 9 of them built. And this was like an experimental class. The U.S. between the end of World War I and into the mid-1930s, they're kind of experimenting around with submarines of different sizes to see what works for them. And in that V class, the first 5 or 6 submarines were actually quite large. They were like over in excess of 2,000 tons displacement surfaced. And then they end up with the V8, which is the Cachalot, and the Cuttlefish, which was V9. And these boats are scaled down, and I think that had to do with the Washington Naval Treaty, and they had like tonnage limits. So they thought they would try making boats a little bit smaller so they could get more bang for the buck. If I make a mistake on any of the history, just let me know in the comments. Like for today, I actually have Norman Friedman's book on U.S. submarines through 1945, and I flipped through it a little bit, but mostly I just went to the Wikipedia page because it uses Friedman as a reference. And this isn't a full briefing, we're just kind of messing around with the game here. But as you can see what I'm doing, I see the Colorado, and it looks like it's going to clear that island, so I'm just going ahead and I've launched. We're going to see if we can get him to run into our torpedoes. And then we're turning because we want to be ready to give a stern tube, two stern tube shots. And it doesn't look like... Oh, this is going to be close. He's turning. Ooh, that wasn't good. Okay, so no joy there. But that's okay. So what to do next? Because the Colorado is moving out of range. I don't know that I want to pursue east, because that's really going to take me far off the map, and I don't really have the speed to get back in a timely fashion. Your submarines, at least at Tier 6, these are like 9 knots slower than destroyers, so your ability to move around the map and influence things, it's kind of limited. We'll give this another go here before we commit and turn north to where the rest of the ships are. And again, like in the other warships replay I did, we're only going to use the regular torpedoes. We're not going to use the ping mechanic. And I'll tell you right now, I think the biggest threats to submarines in this game are aircraft, in terms of spotting and in terms of the damage that they can deliver. You can avoid destroyers when you want, and I really don't mess around with destroyers unless I absolutely have to. Okay, so we did incur a flood. We are leaking oil. We surface, and okay, there we go. Yeah, fuel spill is eliminated when we surface. So yeah, I really don't want to be drawn any further east, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to try and run north. I see that Baron fishing between those two islands, so maybe we can get some hits in on him. So the Cachalot itself, it did actually complete 3 war patrols in the Pacific, and then after that 3rd war patrol it was repurposed as a training ship. So see, now they know I'm here, so they're going to be throwing a lot of aircraft at me. So I don't know that I'm actually going to be able to pull off this attack on the Baron, because now they're looking for me. And there's an enemy sub just a little bit west of me, so that's a potential threat. And there we go, we run aground. Which actually helped us. But we'll probably be relieved of command when we get back to port. Yeah, so I'm getting these shots off, but I don't think that Baron, I think he's turning. So now this is a dilemma. What are my choices? I really don't want to move into that massive ships, because they're going to spot me, and then they're just going to, every aircraft they can call out, they're just going to do that and just, they're going to wreck me. I see that the Colorado's pretty low in damage, but it's way far out east. So I think what I might do, and we're down on points. This isn't going well. This might be a risky play, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move around the east side of this island, and I'm going to see if I can get into their cap and threaten it. There you go, that's really annoying. They need to bring anti-aircraft in for submarines. It's not currently modeled. You should have something. And that would be something they could do with like a premium submarine. They could do like the U flak traps. Just load them out with AA guns, give it like Friesland type AA ability. There are so many things they could do with submarines as far as premium content. It's going to be really interesting when they bring these into game full time. I should probably just speed this up. Maybe I'll edit out part of this because it is kind of slow. It's kind of dragging. We're still down on points. See, this is really frustrating. I just can't get anywhere quickly. But we spot the Colorado. He's too far away. I'm not going to engage him. But here we got incoming rounds. Boom. So there you go. Things you can do with a submarine in World of Warships. You can scout. You can do sneaky stuff like slip behind their lines and threaten their cap. You can kind of take your time and maybe locate their aircraft carrier. Put him in a jackpot. And you can probably hang outside of cap zones and from a distance just try to deny it to their team just by spamming torpedoes. But you're not going to do anything bold like a destroyer and maybe pop out from behind an island and put 8 torpedoes into a battleship and sink it, because your torpedoes, they just don't do enough damage. And there we go, we found the Furious. So this is a nice opportunity. They are extending themselves to the southwest. They don't have anybody in the cap zone. So we can kind of dance around that. We can make them maybe divert some of their ships to try to defend their base. And then we can try to sink this Furious. And I don't even think we need to go to periscope death because his secondaries, we'll be able to stay out of range of his secondaries. And that was terrible shot making on my part. I thought he was standing still, but he must be moving. What's he doing? We gotta take a look. Okay, he is moving west. And it looks like he's gonna run into that mountain. That island. So what's going on with that? He could very easily maneuver around it and he could very easily move around that island and move northwest and stay out of my range. But yep, looks like it. Yep, he's just sitting there. So we're going to hit him. And it's kind of helpful we're approaching from his stern because when he launches plane, you know, they're going to be going west. So we have a little time to get underwater before he brings his planes around and finds us. And did those miss? I think those torpedoes missed again. What am I doing? So you wouldn't have this problem if you were using the ping mechanic. Or the sonar mechanic, excuse me. Okay, so now we gotta get up here. We gotta get to the surface and see what's going on. Because he's too far away, we can't use our hydrophone. Okay, there he is on the surface. And there's this message in team chat, and this is the fear guy, the guy that fears. He says, "I'm out of here. Pink me if you want. Hate effing subs." So there you have it. So this is actually why I used this replay. It was specifically for this point in the match, and while I hate to see somebody rage quit the game because things aren't going their way, I mean, after all, it is just a game. This is a valuable learning moment for people who play CVs and people who play submarines. You know, you can rattle your opponent, you can take them off guard, and if your play or your counterplay makes him want to just rage quit the game, as long as you're not trolling him in chat, you never want to do that. But if my play causes a guy to get pissed off and he just rage quits, I'm perfectly fine with that. I have no problem with that whatsoever. Because a win's a win. Alright, so hopefully those two will deliver the coup de grace. And then at that point, I think we're just going to sit back here on the surface and we're just going to finish capping the zone. Because they just have 2 ships left. I don't know if that gallant is up in this area or if he's moved south. Boom. Oh, damn it. Got the Furious from my spotting. Now that's okay. And actually, at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and fade out the game. We do win the match. I was able to close it out by capping their base, but. So that's another example play with submarines, kind of what you can expect to get into, what some of the limitations are. And again, I'll say this: I did enjoy playing this match, even though it was kind of a slow, sleepy match. We did do 35,000 damage. Now you could argue, well, it's not really fair because that guy was discoed and his ship was just sitting there. True, but I'm not sure if he could have. Well, actually, he could have maneuvered away from me, because he will be able to outrun me, I'm pretty sure, in the Furious. So, that's a question. We could have tracked him down. I mean, we would have just spent the rest of the time just trying to track him down into a corner or something and just sinking him, but he wasn't going to get away. He absolutely wasn't going to get away. And that's it. Everybody, thanks for watching. Everybody have a great day, and peace out.